Hi there, this is Allison with Let's Go Travel Tips. Today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about travel insurance. So I am not going to give you counsel on what insurance to buy or that you have to or anything at all like that. I am not an insurance broker or anything. I'm just going to tell you what we have always done when we have cruised with Princess. And as you know, we have only cruised with Princess, but we have cruised with them many times. And so just to start off, the main reasons that you want to get travel insurance are so that if you unexpectedly have to cancel your cruise for any reason, then you can get your fare back, and they usually give it back to you as future cruise credits, but that is better than losing all of your money. And then another really important reason to get travel insurance is so that if you have any unexpected medical expenses or an unexpected medical evacuation, like they have to remove you from the ship on a helicopter, then that is covered by the insurance, and that is really expensive. In doing my research for this and what my husband and I had looked at before, a medical evacuation can cost like $50,000 and up, and so it's a lot of money. And so that's why we have always gotten the insurance, because it's nice to get your cruise fare back if you have to unexpectedly cancel for some reason, but that is more manageable than having to pay for a medical evacuation or for huge medical expenses if something happens and you have a lot of medical bills. And so those are the main reasons that you need medical insurance, and it's the main reason that we always get it. And so I'm going to tell you about Princess's plan really quick that we always use, and then also another insurance place that you can go to get trip insurance. So first of all, with Princess, they have the Princess Value Protection Insurance, and they have the standard plan and the premium plan. And we have always gotten the premium plan, and it is just 1% of how much your cruise fare is. And so that's just the easiest way for you to know what it is. And so first of all, it covers, like, if you have to unexpectedly cancel your cruise, like if someone dies or anything happens and you're within that window of not being able to cancel, it just covers so that you will get your fare back. And so that is really nice. And like I said, sometimes that is part of future cruise credits that you get, but that's okay. And then also if you have to have your trip interrupted or any delay and you end up staying in a hotel or anything like that and it takes longer to go or anything unexpected happens, they also cover that. And then also, like I said, the medical expenses if you get sick or the medical evacuation, and it also covers like your repatriation. So if you get sick and you are cruising like somewhere off the coast of Europe, and so they take you there and then you've got to be flown back to the United States for health care, that goes with it. And so that is also a very expensive thing to have, and so that is really an important thing. And then the other thing that all of the plans offer is a little bit of coverage towards if your baggage gets lost and then you have to buy new things. And so that right there is a good reason. Like, we always keep all of our camera gear with us. We keep just, you know, our laptops with us. You wouldn't pack things like that. Don't pack your nice jewelry in your suitcase, because then if it gets lost, you're still okay and you just have to replace like some toiletries and some clothes. But anyway, those are the kind of things that it covers. And really, like I said, the big difference between the two plans with Princess is how much it covers. And we always get the premium one just so that we have the extra coverage, and it's $100 and something. It's not, or maybe a little bit more for a more expensive cruise, but it's not outlandish. Now, the other thing that is really important these days when you think about it is with COVID, because COVID has like brought this whole new level of concern about medical costs to us, because it used to be, you know, you would be concerned if you unexpectedly became very ill on the ship, and you would think, well, I don't have a heart problem and I'm not that old or anything, you know, any of the risk factors that you would usually consider. But now with COVID, if you test positive, you have to get off the ship, and then you have to be quarantined somewhere, and then you have to go be flown back to the United States. And in the best case scenario, you know, if you're not really sick with it, you still have to go through those steps to get back to the United States from another place other than just coming back to the port like you expected. But if you have medical expenses that go with that, they can easily get really high. And so it's really important, I think, these days to always have travel insurance. Before, I think it would be up to the more risk-averse person would get the travel insurance. But now I think it's really important that everyone does, because it is really a huge risk, and it really mitigates it. It just makes it so you don't have to worry about it anymore. So the other company that we have used before for other travel is called Allianz. It's ALLIANZ, and I'll try to remember to leave the link below. And they just offer travel insurance. They do it for people like for cruisers, but they also do it like for business executives that travel a lot, and for people that just are going on a big trip. They have a lot of different things that you can pick from their coverage. But the really nice thing about going through them is if you are a person that goes like on lots of cruises every year, you can pay one annual amount and it will cover you on all of those. And so take a look at their website. All they have you do is they just put in like the state where you live, and they have you put in your age, and like, so for us, I put in both my age and my husband's age, and just like where you're cruising from, they ask different information depending on what insurance it is that you want, but then they will just bring back a quote to you. And so in looking at it, I thought that like if you were going to sail one time, the one-time trip for the very highest coverage is $174, and based on they base it on just like I said, one trip, but that's for their prime, and then it's a little bit cheaper for the ones that cover less. Like for example, the one that's $174 would cover, for the COVID things, and also for your trip cancellation and your trip interruption and your emergency medical, they would cover $50,000 worth. But on the lowest coverage one, they don't cover your emergency travel. They just cover trip cancellation or trip interruption. And so you have to be really careful that you get a plan that covers what you need it to cover. And so like that cheaper plan would be really for people that think they only want coverage for COVID stuff, and that they only want coverage if their trip gets canceled. And so if you are someone and you would like to have your medical expenses all covered if something else happens, or you need a medical evacuation, you would get the higher plan. But it's really easy. You just go onto their website and you fill in the information, and it will pop up and give you lots of different options. And the thing I thought was interesting, just based on the information I'd put in that popped up the $174 for a one-time trip, the whole year would be $485. And so see why it's a really good plan. If you are going to sail lots of times, you would save money by just going to this place. But it's really important that you kind of look at all the different coverages and everything that applies to you before you really pick. Don't just say, oh yeah, that is cheaper to pay for a year. Make sure that you know what the differences are in the coverage between that one and what you get every time you go on a Princess one, or get the insurance with another cruise line. And so just pay attention. But I would say you really should get some travel insurance whenever you go, because you never know what's going to happen anymore. And in these COVID times, things just seem to change so quickly, and we just want to be prepared so that we don't have to worry so much. And then if something does happen, then your worry is not taken up by worrying about how you're going to pay for it or manage things like that. You can just focus on getting better or taking good care of whoever you're with. And so those are really my thoughts. If you have any questions about it, don't hesitate to ask me. If you want to look at princesses, you just go to princess.com and scroll down on that main page there, and at the bottom I think it says travel insurance. You will recognize it. It's something like travel insurance, and you can click on it and it brings you up, and it brings up all the information for you so that you can see it and then kind of decide what you would like to get. And then, like I said, there's that other website that you can compare, and there are other insurance brokers that offer travel insurance as well. And so you can go wherever you would like. Just make sure that they're a highly rated firm so that if anything happens, you really do get that money that you're paying for. And so like I said, if anybody has any questions, just put them in the comments below and I will try to answer them. And if I don't know the answer, maybe someone else who has cruised a lot will know the answer as well. So thank you so very much for spending a few minutes with me. If you wouldn't mind, would you please consider subscribing to our channel? We really need you in our Let's Go Travel Tips family, and it would really help our channel. And also give us a thumbs up if you thought this video was helpful. I'll be talking to you again soon. You all take really good care. God bless you. Love you. Bye-bye.